Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be playing Bleach Soul Residence. So I wanted to start this video off by answering a couple of questions. No, we don't necessarily know when a global beta is going to come. This is going to be the second CN beta. I was lucky enough to get into the first one and lucky enough to get into the second one. The second one was a first come first serve basis. 5,000 people were able to download the game and make an account and then be able to get in, and then it was shut off from the rest of the populace. So if you're wondering if you can get into the game right now, no, you cannot. The global beta, who knows when it's going to be coming. Hopefully it's going to be coming soon because the game was set to release in 2024, but it is a Bleach game. It's a mobile game. Now, I don't know if it's going to have a PC client or not, but hopefully it does, and hopefully it's able to do some different stuff. I'm running on emulator, so I am able to play it on PC, and it's running quite well. So the other things I wanted to talk about is it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. I obviously played the first CN beta, and I had a ton of blast of playing that as well. The models look great. I just want to showcase a little bit of that. Look at these guys, dude. A Bleach game in the making, dude. There's a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of cool characters. Now, there's not a ton of characters in this beta, but damn, even Chad looking good. My girl Rukia. We got all kinds of different stuff in this beta. But like I said, limited character roster here, I'm guessing, just because it is a beta. There's a couple of SSRs, though. I'll kind of get into a little bit of the gacha. I'm not going to go over the rates, just because rates and betas are kind of useless because who knows what they're actually going to be. But right now we got Bankai Ichigo. I'm guessing this is going to be the frontline character when the game actually drops. This is who's currently on the rate up banner. And then you have a couple of people on the standard banner. This is kind of just like a showcase, like a trial stuff. I will actually show you the gacha spot here in a minute. But there's a lot of different SSRs you can see. A lot of these characters do different things. So for Ichigo's example, he has a Shikai. He has like kind of his first base form, like his silver sword. And then he has his Bankai. Each one of these are different individual characters. So it kind of goes through that. But like someone like Ikaku has this Bankai tied into his skill set. So it's kind of one of those things where if you're not seeing a Bankai or not seeing a certain version, that is most likely because it's going to be a different character, a different version of the character. Let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay. Then we'll talk about some of the other stuff like UI, all that different boring stuff, right? But I wanted to show you what the hell the game's about, what the play style is, because that's what everybody cares about. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge mode. The game has a tons of different stuff, material runs, you know, mats for upgrading your characters, weapons, all that type of stuff. We got some different challenges. They actually have a roguelike as well. The interesting thing that I like about this particular mode is it allows me to play with characters that I don't have, meaning that I can play with some of the SSRs. So I actually do have Hat and Clogs. He was my first SSR, and for some reason he has a texture issue, but it doesn't translate to the end of the game. It's only in this like little screen here. But let's play as Bankai Ichigo, and then we'll kind of like, you know, see who else. Maybe we'll play as somebody that'll benefit the team here. So if you see here down at the bottom left, this is something as like kind of a side skill that you could do as you're fighting. You want to kind of take that into account when you're looking at some different characters, because certain conditions do need to be met in order to have it. So, you know, we'll go ahead and put somebody on it that does, that does do it so I can showcase it. Now, this might not be the best fight to showcase some of the different stuff, but I'm going to try because Ikaku's kind of a wild boy. So first and foremost, you could do a perfect dodge, basically, which is that. Whenever he does a red move, I can't do anything but dodge it. He will kick my ass really fast, by the way. But each character has a couple of skill sets. Like I said, it just depends on the character and what they're going to be showcasing, what they're going to be able to do. Ikaku does have his... Oh, he's going to kill me. His Bankai is one of his skills expressions. But a lot of characters are able to do, you know, a couple cool things. Now, I won't say that the SR characters are trash, but the SSR characters do have more to their kit. That is to be expected. Obviously, they're the characters that they want you to pull. A lot of the SSRs I've actually, or SRs rather, excuse me, are people I've gotten for free. Every character that I've gotten thus far has been free or just like some... Ooh, oh, I missed the parry. You can actually parry in this game too. Whenever he does his... Oh, he did it again, and I missed it. The parrying in this game is not super hard, but it is it is something to think about. And that's another thing you can do is a cancel, which is really cool. So while he's doing his move, I can cancel into Ichigo. Oh, almost died. Oh, he went too far away. I want to showcase that, man. Come closer to me. Yeah, let's bring out Yoruichi. Oh, I brought her out in the middle of that. This fight's kind of chaotic, dude. These fights are fast, especially for fighting certain characters. I am getting hit. It's hard to tell. That is one of the things in this game are a little weird because you don't have like a flinch. I'm not going to get flinched from getting hit. I just kind of watch my health disappear like that. I died. You don't even really know that I'm getting hit, but I am because I suck. Okay, I died again. Now you know I'm dying. Okay, there's my parry though. But people have different parry animations. I might actually lose to this just because I'm trying to talk and do shit at the same time. I want to get to his... Oh, he's dead. Never mind. Yeah, I was like, no, sir. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Let's go back. Hopefully that wasn't redo. I think that was redo. All right, we'll go ahead and go back. So this is kind of like a little trial mode. It's kind of fun. It has a lot of different aspects, but again, this fight is super like crazy. There's a lot of shit going on. Most of the fights in the game, if you're going through like the story and stuff, is more of like fighting groups of hollows. So it's not as crazy as that, but I wanted to kind of talk about some different things that you may be interested in. So first and foremost, let's talk about the gacha. Like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about the rates. There are certain things that could change. You know, we'll kind of go over a little bit, I guess, but there's some different things that I imagine are going to change. The main thing I want you guys to know, and this is probably going to be in the main game, is characters are also on these, which these are part of like your weapons, like they add to your weapons and they're like equipments for your characters. Kind of sucks. I don't really like when that happens, but you have some different stuff here. So like I could even tap this real quick if you guys want to read it. So when you draw an SR character, there's a 50% chance that the following up character. When you draw an SSR card, there's a 100% chance that'll be the following. So basically, from what I understand, there's a 50-50 on the UR or the SR rather, and then there's a 100% chance on the SSR. So that's the way that I understand this, but it's kind of hard to say because this isn't translated like 100%. But it is 180 guaranteed. So from what I understand, if you go to the 180, you're gonna get the guaranteed character that you want, or maybe it's 80. Maybe that's what it's saying. I'm not really 100% sure, to be honest. This is why I don't like talking about stuff that's in a different language because it looks like it's 80. Okay, that just translated to 180. Yeah, so it's 80. So after 80, pity, you'll have a 100% chance at the SSR. I'm at 10 out of 80 because I haven't been able to do a lot of polls. Let's go ahead and do a poll here. So what we're looking for at animation is nothing because we didn't get anything. Normally, if I got something really cool, he'd be wearing a hollow mask. He's not, which means to tell me that I probably didn't get much in this one. But yeah, the animations on this gacha stuff is way different than the first CM beta. If I have some footage of that, I'll be able to kind of show you, but it was very basic then. This is kind of basic. You're just kind of looking for more of a different animation. It'll give you like a guarantee of what you kind of got, or like the expectation, what rarity you got. Like I said, these like little clips and stuff like that are on here, unfortunately. Oh, my boy. We got another Ichigo, which is kind of cool, I guess. But you do get different currencies like this that you can exchange in this little shop here for, different stuff. Like I just got, I don't know, whatever. I got 50, 40 of this, so I can exchange it for a little ticket here. So we could do that if we wanted to. I don't have any standard, but I do have like weapon stuff. I think this is what this is, but I can do a guaranteed 100%, but I don't know who I want because I don't have any of these characters. Actually, I do. I have Hat and Clog, so maybe I go for that. I don't really know. But let's go ahead and try this one just to see if the animation is different. It's not. Okay, so this is more like a specialized version of like your equips, I'm guessing. But I won't make you guys watch the entire thing because you know what? We have a skip button, and that is very nice. I think it will stop though on like your SRs or your 4 stars. I think these are 4 stars or 3 stars and 2 stars and stuff like that. And the actual characters are SSRs, so it's kind of weird. But there's tons of different stuff in the game that you can do, like different ways to upgrade your characters. This is a gacha game. There's battle passes like this, for example. There's all kinds of different newbie events and all different things that are going to happen that I imagine will happen on launch day. I don't know exactly what these are going to look like. Other than that, what do I want to show you guys? I mean, there's all kinds of different stuff on here when it comes to like the different modes. A lot of stuff is gatekeeped behind your level. You do have a guild thing if you can join a guild and jump into a guild. So that's kind of fun for people who like to do that. So far, I haven't seen anything that's co-op. I haven't unlocked everything. Most of this is just like materials. There's a couple of different stuff that's like, you can fight different hollows and get like different rewards for it. Takes stamina. Some stuff takes stamina. So far from what I've seen, the story does not, which is kind of nice. They have a roguelike as well. This is kind of a little roguelike that you can go through and do some different things. And like, your goal is to kind of finish it, and then you can get some different like level ups and stuff like that. So if you guys are into the roguelike stuff, that's kind of fun to go through. You do use your own characters. The only one I've found that lets you use any other characters is that little boss thing that I showed you. But overall, it's a fun game, dude. I mean, I like the presentation. I'll kind of show you, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'll show you guys a story mode just because I think it's fun. It does a little bit of a tie-in of like some of these like little like snapshots, little cutscenes and stuff. Like, not really cutscenes, I guess, but like little snapshots. And then they do like full-on animations like this. And I probably won't go through this whole entire thing. Maybe I'll just show a little bit. But like this is cool. I think that the models look really good in this one. Obviously, if you don't know where this is at, it's very beginning of Bleach. So I don't think this is too much of a spoiler. But the models are looking good. And this is beta, so obviously there's a couple of glitches. I think I just seen a texture glitch there. But everything's in, I think, CN right now. I could turn it up a little bit. But this is cool, man. This is kind of like it's a lot of fun because it shows like the pivotal key moments in animations like this. And then some of like the back burner stuff, it just does this like little kind of once over where it's like giving you a little bit of text and a screenshot from the actual anime of what's going on. So then you could be like, oh, okay, cool. Like this is kind of what's going on. Or like if you're a fan of Bleach like me and have already kind of watched it, you can rewatch this shit like in the cutscenes, and then like the kind of little bullshit stuff that you're like, whatever. That stuff is just like kind of reduced down, and it's a lot easier to consume and like kind of want to watch. You know what I mean? Look at this dude. He looks menacing. He's tall. But I think the models look good. Honestly, I'd almost like, man, these are like some good ass models for like a mobile game and shit. Like, look at freaking Renji, dude. And this is on my emulator. I really hope they have a PC client. So far, we just don't have a lot of news on exactly what they're going to be releasing and like what kind of structure they're going to do. I don't know if this is ever going to come to a console. It may be like a PlayStation 5 thing. I know a lot of gacha games do that, but I'm honestly pretty impressed, and I'm pretty happy for this Bleach game, dude. I cannot stop playing it. I got so many other betas to play and so many other things to like look at right now. And I'm like, damn, I got to keep playing Bleach, bro. And it's been a minute since we got a Bleach game. I really hope that they take this. The funny thing is right now in this CN beta, you can actually pay. You can use monies. So I'm hoping that they allow us to like, because usually when a game has like a purchase thing where you can actually purchase with real life monies on a beta, you get like a rebate or whatever. So then you're able to like, you know, do some different stuff. And I think it would be really nice because typically whenever you have something that's like like you can able to purchase stuff in the game, they are pretty quick to like release the game because you don't want to like purchase something and then all of a sudden 2 years down the road get a rebate. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. But there's a tons of stuff that I haven't even unlocked, so maybe I'll make a follow-up to this one if you guys want to see more stuff on it. I honestly will probably just do this one as like kind of a gimmick, or like a first impressions, maybe like a little guide or look at the game and maybe see where we go from there. Since this is a beta, I won't dive too much into like characters and like what to build and all that stuff, because if you can't play it, it's kind of useless to see because you're like, I don't know. What am I going to build, bro? But there are dupes. I guess I could also say that since we got one. So far, the dupes don't seem like they're crazy. I know a lot of people in gacha games are like, shit, do I really have to get all the dupes? It does seem kind of crazy because 400%, but I haven't really looked at too many of them and translated them. So I don't really know exactly how much they are actually going to matter in terms of stuff. I've had some pretty strong characters. Like none of these guys have dupes. This guy's 5,000. Ichigo's 4,000. You know, they kind of like digress a little bit, but this is more because of their equips. Like certain characters get like, you know, skill equips. And then they have like these equips for their weapons. You know, maybe the weapons aren't leveled up all the way because this could be prestiged. You know, they also have prestige themselves, and these are like the little shard things you can give them. You know, this one's probably not even lined up with this guy Ishida because, you know, it has an Ichigo thing, and I don't know exactly what this is buffing him and doing because I haven't taken the time to look at it. But yeah, overall, man, I'm super impressed with the game. I want to see more of this. I want to see a global confirmation of some sort in terms of beta. We know that it's coming to global, so it's not really the scare thing here. It's more like, when is a beta coming so I can actually see what's going on? I love to be part of any program. So if you guys are watching this and are part of the Bleach Soul Residence team, I would like to check it out. You know, so get at me or whatever. I got to go. But have a good rest of your night, guys. Peace out.